Hello YouTubers, how are we doing today? I hope you're all doing well, and thanks for checking out the video today. And to all my regular viewers and subscribers, big shout out to you guys and girls. Thank you very much for joining me on today's video, really appreciate it. And hope you enjoy this one, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Okay, so I thought I'd do some work today, which is Friday, because if I do it all tomorrow then I won't get any trains running like last weekend. So I thought I'd get down and show you what I've been doing with the extension. Okay, so I've already, as you can see here, self-explanatory, I've marked the footprints of where the buildings are going to go. I know you see marker line coloured there, but what I've done is obviously outline the footprint as mentioned, but also I know where to put a little boundary, a little fillet of PVA glue, for example, a little grass bit to go around the edge of the building, like a little tiny little bit of grass that you get sometimes. So I know where the building's going to sit. Also, I've put the fencing in, as you can see. The back garden fences are in that end. I've done it all the way up to there. And I tell you what, guys, I'm really pleased with this product. It's these fences here. You get a pack of 20 on eBay, and including postage it's £8 for a set of 20 pieces of fencing, which include 4 little gates like that as well. The product itself, it's not wood, it's like it's almost like a resin with wood particles in it, which gives you like a wood grain effect finish. So if anybody's interested in this product, I got it off of eBay, and I'll put a link in the description box below as to where you can obtain this amazing fencing. I think it's great. It's the same standard quality as what you'd pay for Hornby fencing, which is mega expensive, and I don't believe in paying out a lot in the hobby if you can save a few pennies here and there and get something just as nice but a lot cheaper. This is an alternative. It's laser cut, and the company, as mentioned, I'll put in the description box below, but they basically laser cut on a machine this fencing. Obviously with laser cut technology these days, you can design and 3D CAD print lots of stuff, from very small things to quite large things, and this fencing is no exception. The quality of it is brilliant. It really is very sturdy stuff. I was very surprised. I thought if I take it out of the packet, it's going to be quite flimsy, it's going to break in my hand, but no, it's really lovely to handle. It's very high quality, and it's got a wood smell to it, because there's actually wood particles that have been done in the process. That, I think, is a little bit of resin on there. It's not a cobweb, it's from the casting process, but it's really very nice. It's embossed on one side and then the other side's plain, so you could technically double it up, but what I've done here on my little fencing job, I've put the facing side towards the viewing point, which is my side, camera side, and then obviously everything track side. You wouldn't normally see close up, but from a different shot, if I come round over there where that Pullman coach is, and do a shot from over there, actually if I do it now, if I come over here from that point, it still looks pretty decent from that shot there, doesn't it? Happy with that, definitely. So I've also put a little bit in here by the level crossing, and I've put a little bit by the pond here, hence that's why I've put the Pullman coach here for a gauging test to make sure that there's enough clearance it doesn't catch the side of that when it goes around that curve, and obviously to keep Daisy safe, because Daisy's been wandering near the track these days a bit too much. This is what I want to show you as well, guys. I'm really pleased with this, because we've got a pond feature here. This bit of overlap is covered by the water mill that sits on there. You know that from the previous videos. But look at this. We've now got a little canal basin which I've put in. So all this was basically, I got a set of 3 pine material made little trays, hobby trays on eBay. There was 3 different sizes. This is the larger one. I've got a medium and a small. Unfortunately, they weren't big enough for what I thought I would use them as a hobby tray to carry stuff on and work on. I thought I had no use for them, so I thought, you know what, if we paint the bottom with some shades of watercolor paint and then put some Humbrol, I think it was camouflage army military paint, green I think I used, and then I gave it a couple of coats of varnish. As you can see, the last coat is just about dry in there. Sprinkled some scatter material on top for pondweed and a bit of gunk on there, and as you can see, it's drying as it is. It's so far, I think I'm quite pleased with that. I've painted the sides to match the canal basin. As you can see from that shot there, it don't look too bad so far. Still loads and loads and loads and loads of work to do on this. I've got to paint in a little black tunnel, fake dark area, so it looks like it's going somewhere under that allotment setting. But that's a nice little area. I think I'm rather pleased with that, because the water mill is going to sit on here with the cottage backing onto it, and then you've got a little pathway and a little bank up there. And I think we could even get some 00 scale fishermen to sit there on the edge of the bank with casting their rods off into the canal, see what they can catch. Probably an old boot or something like that, a bicycle. But yeah, and we might even put maybe a little bit of grass here, I don't know. There's loads to do on it. That's just me. Once I get started, I just, I don't stop. If I come up with ideas, I have to do it. So the way I've done this, guys, again, is to obviously put the Scenic side on it, paint it, and just cut off one end. And then underneath, all I've done is just secured the little bit of material there. That's super glued underneath. That won't go nowhere. And then I've super glued and PVA'd it the other end there. I've made up these extra height blocks to bring it up to height, and that's all in there. It's extremely sturdy. It's not rigid, but it's rigid enough to stay on there. It won't move. But yeah, I think once we decorate and dress that scenically wise, we'll put some little bushes and stuff, some flowers growing, some little embankment flowers and stuff you'd find by the side of a canal. That's loads of detail there to put in. But there we go. I'm rather pleased with that. And this allotment area, if we come over here, we've got a nice little bit of fencing now from the level crossing to create a nice little pathway to go from there. And again, I think I'm going to fill that in along there and do that area. So the next time you see this, it will be, I've added some more scenic touches to it. But I'm just showing you what I've done so far this morning. Taken about 3 hours roughly to do all this so far. It took about 3 days to varnish and paint. I did the final coat this morning, the very light coat, the last coat, and I think that's, you can pick up the shininess on there a little bit, I think, which is not too bad. And yeah, there we go. So I'm rather pleased with that so far. So tomorrow's running day on the railway. We actually will get the buildings fully set up on the layout and get some trains running. But today, this is my sort of scenic day, and the layout just, is rather bare and everything gets done. But yeah, very happy with that. But this fencing is amazing. And again, it's something, if you guys and girls out there are starting out on your model railway layout, doesn't matter what gauge it is, because I think the company do possibly end size stuff. Don't quote me, but I know their products are really, really good. As you can see from this fencing, I can't praise it high enough. It is very, very good stuff. Cutting it to size is very easy. All you need to trim it is a pair of these skizzers. scissors, skizzers. A pair of sharp scissors is quite adequate if you can carefully cut them out. Obviously, if you're a young person out there watching, please be very careful with scissors. Get a grown-up to help you cut them out into trim sections if you wish, and ask a grown-up to give you a hand with that if you need to. But they are very, very sturdy, and they glue in place quite nicely. I've used super glue. I've used some of this. This is industrial grade super glue. This one is not a viscous material. It's not very thick. The blue version is incredibly gunky and thick, and it takes longer to set. This actually sets in about 10 to 15 seconds, and it's a very, very hard bond once it's done. So this is there for life now. And again, I'm just really pleased with that. So it's turned out so far quite nice. So I think what I'm going to do now, chaps and chapesses, guys and girls, whatever, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop this now and say goodbye. It's only a very quick video, but just one to say hello and show you what I've been doing this morning. And the next time we see this, hopefully it'll be scenically enhanced as well. So once again, I'll put the link in the description box below where you obtain this fencing from. Once again, it is about £8 a pack, and they cover the postage for you. And normally when I read up reviews and write-ups of a product from somebody on eBay that's selling their item, I not only gauge by the photographs of the item in question, but their description. And I cannot give these people 10 out of 10 enough. They are absolutely brilliant. Big shout out. So yeah, good product. And I said it's cheaper than Hornby as well. And it comes in sections, 20 pieces to be precise. As you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bits left over. I haven't even used these yet. I've got nowhere else to put them. I might find somewhere else, I don't know, but there's 20, and you can never have enough fencing on your model railway. So if you're just starting out there building your layout, or like me, you've been to the hobby for a long time, but you've started to do a few little things, this is a great product. It works well with countryside or suburban scenes, anything you can think of that you need sort of post fencing style. This is what they do. And also, before I go, as mentioned, because it's a nice resin type material, as you can see, it's a bit like I don't want to say MDF. It's definitely not MDF. It's a resin type material with, I think it's got possibly MDF mixed in with it in the process of casting and cutting on their machine equipment. But what I will say is it comes in this plain colour like so, and it is very, very good for painting. So if you wanted to airbrush it, you wanted to hand paint it, you could. The other little idea I was thinking about was, I'm not going to do this by the way, but here's a little tip or suggestion. Normally you can put your fence that way. You can put it that way, I suppose, if you wanted to. But here's a little idea. Here's a food for thought for you guys, especially you London transport modelers out there. If you were thinking about putting cable runs in for a London Underground sort of layout, where you got full rail and you got the EFE stuff or kit built underground stock running, what you could do, guys, put it that way round, paint the post cream, and then you could hand paint the fence runs accordingly for the cable. So like you could paint one row red, one row say yellow or green or purple, and you could basically mimic from an eye distance the cable run system of the underground. If you really want to be finicky, once you finish the fence post, you could sort of put in little black indentations to mimic the hooks that the cables sit on. You could do that if you wanted to. I'm just thinking, because again, I know the company that I normally used to use for my underground cable runs, Radley Models. Poor old Phil Radley's no longer with us, but yeah, still a great company, but their cable runs are a little bit expensive. So again, a cheaper option if you wanted to. Obviously I'm not telling you what to buy, but my aim of my videos is to try and help you guys out there, give us some tips and ideas, but also to help us all to come together in ideas and sharing little things. So I thought, yeah, that's a possibility, isn't it? Look at that profile there, for example. If we look at that from the angle as the sunlight catches that, obviously they're raised embossed posts, so you could technically paint those to look like London Underground cable runs by the trackside for the cables. You just got to have a vision, like anything else in the hobby. If you have a vision in your head and in your heart about something that you're very passionate about designing or making to mimic something in the real railway world, have a go. It doesn't matter if you get it wrong. That's the idea and beauty of this hobby. Learning mistakes is a great way to learn forward. Anyway, that's my little tip for fencing, or an idea that you could do or might not do. Anyway, overall, brilliant product. I like it. I think it looks good so far. Anyway, I will see you in the next video, no doubt tomorrow. I'll get this up on YouTube. And in the meantime, have a lovely Friday to the rest of you guys and girls, wherever you're at in the world. Take care, happy modelling, stay safe, and I'll see you soon in the next one.